Okay, I'm sorry. I pushed the off button instead of the pause. I had to put lotion on. Sticking everything. I'm so dry here. And I don't know how to edit, so this is probably going to be in 2 parts now, because I should press the off button instead of the pause. Just going to stick that in there. Okay. Just sewing along the very first chain that I made. I'm sewing it to the last chain I made. I made this one really long so I would have enough to go back, down, back, and down again. Make sure it's sewed nice and secure. Now this one, the colors are like ombre. So where I'm sewing it is going to show. It's not going to be hidden like my other hats because they're all the same color. But this yellow is definitely going to stand out against this brown. Now see, this isn't even. I still have a problem with getting stuff exactly even. I think it has to do with our tension. I think I start off a little bit tighter and then I loosen up as I go, so things get a little bit wider as I crochet. So the end of my work always ends up a little bit wider than the beginning of my work. I must loosen up my tension. So you just keep sewing this. I'll be right back because this is going to be boring. I'm just going to keep sewing till I get to the end of this. Okay. I'm almost done. And like I said, there is a chart. You can just Google a chart. One of the charts is for medical, like how the circumference should be for growing children. That's kind of more of a medical guide. But type in the word for knitting, and it will show you the whole hat guide, from premature babies all the way to a man. The woman's, I think, is a ½ inch smaller than the man's, but all the way up to the ages. So far, I've made 2 hats for my 2-year-old granddaughter and 1 for my 3-year-old grandson. Because they're kids and they really don't care what they look like. I'm no professional, that's for sure. So this one, hopefully, if it comes out all right, will be for my daughter. If not, it'll be for me. Because I had already made her a matching scarf, so I figured I'd make a hat too. Why not? Mainly I do this just, like I told you before, I'm not a professional at all. If you want something really nice, go to Wanda. Rolling Through Life with Wanda. She can crochet anything. She's amazing. And she'd probably just do it for you because she's a nice person. I'll show you how to do it. She's really good. She even makes little animals and everything. She's really good. Okay, so this I have osteoarthritis, and this really helps keep my fingers limber. Sometimes my right wrist does start to really hurt. Okay, so this is the height is a foot. That's 12 inches. So that's going to be from the top of her head down to below her ear. The circumference is 9 here, so wrap it around, so 18 inches. And I believe on that chart it says something like 20. But you got to remember that if that's a circumference, yarn stretches too. So if you make it exact, it's going to be a little big. Now, This is where the top of my hat, you can pick either end, doesn't matter. This can be the top, this can be the bottom. This is where I'm going to have her put her head through, and this is going to be the top. So we take the top, and we take our yarn needle, and we just go in. It doesn't even matter where. Just in and out, in and out. Just keep weaving. Just wherever. Doesn't matter. Now you're not putting the two sides together yet. You're going to do all the way around. Uh-oh, you know what? That's going to pull this whole thing, isn't it? I might have just screwed up. Let's see. Keep weaving. I might have to go back and cut this and put a separate piece of yarn to pull, because I don't want to pull that whole side I just sewed either. You know what I mean? Let's see. Okay. Just keep going. Where are you? In and out. Just keep along that edge. In and out. Guess I made this a little too long. A little too long, but better too much than not enough, right? Keep weaving in and out. Almost to the end. Miss Poppy, this is going to be in two parts, because like I said, I'm a dummy, and I pressed off instead of pause when I went to get my lotion. So I hope you can watch both of them, and if you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to ask me. Okay. I believe we're at our end. So what you're going to do is not make a knot. Of course it has to knot up. I'm making a tutorial. See, this yarn was a little too long. Last night's was not long enough. Today is too long. You know, last night it was 0 degrees with a wind chill factor of -25. But today it's supposed to be freezing today, but the sun's out anyway. Okay. Now see, that's our top of our hat. I'm just going to pull it until it shuts. Oh, that worked okay. Alright, so now it's shut tight. And I'm going to take my needle and just go over where that hole is. Just a few stitches here and there. Make sure it stays shut. And then when I turn it inside out, you won't be able to see this mess. But unfortunately, you are going to see the yellow, because this is an ombre and it's going to be against different colors. So I don't know if I'm going to do ombre again, because it definitely is going to mess up the seam part of the hat. I'm going to see where I've sewn, because the colors are not the same. So remember, when you first start your very first chain, that's going to be whatever the top center of your head down past your ear. That's the height of your hat, and that's how long you're going to chain your first chain. Then you just keep on crocheting until you get so it fits around the person's head. Remember, yarn has a bit of a stretch to it, whether you want it tight or a little loose. And then sew up one side, and that'll bring it together. Weave in one of the open sides, and that's going to be your top. And then the other open side is where you put your head in. Okay. I am afraid to look because I know this is going to be a contrasting color. It's probably not going to look good. And I might end up doing a different one for my daughter. Oh, you know what I did last night? I wanted to see how small I could get a hat, so I made an even tinier one. I used my small crochet hook and some pretty yarn, a little bit bigger than fingerling yarn. I'll show you in a minute, it's funny. Yeah, this piece of yarn could definitely have been a lot shorter. Kind of hard to sew when it's too long. Okay. Turn it inside out. Oh, not too bad. Turn the cuff up. Oh, I might not turn a cuff up because look at. I don't know about that. It's the back, but still. And that's it. That's your hat. I hope this helped. If you have any questions at all, do not hesitate to contact me. And my email is also on my page. Oops. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.